Welcome back, dear students, for the part 3 of our lesson Maps Our Companion. In previous two parts of revision, we have discussed about what is meant by map and then importance of map in geography. That also we have discussed in previous part. This is the part 3 of the same lesson Maps Our Companion. So let's begin. So first we'll see the advantages and disadvantages of maps. So there are some advantages and disadvantages of map you can see over here. The first we'll see about advantages. Okay. So what is the first advantage? Easily recognizable. Means it is said that a picture can describe whatever you want to describe in. So if suppose if you want to express something, you may require 100 or 1000 words, but one picture can describe same thing in very simple and specific manner. So the same way, this is one advantage of map, that whatever information you want to give to others, that can be easily shown, or this can be given to people easily. So this is the first advantage that we can have on using of maps. Great in display, it can be displayed and it can be seen by the people easily, and no specific equipment required. It doesn't require any special equipment. No, we don't require much technology, just you have to carry a map with you. So we don't require much technology over here or equipment to carry with us. Even we don't require electricity, so it can be used anytime, so it don't require any equipment. This is the advantage of using paper map. Then can view entire map at once. So the map which is in front of you can be seen at one time, so you can get whole idea what the map want to say to you. So map gives us information in at once. Or once if you are looking at the map, at one time you are getting information. So this is one advantage of using map. Display information quickly. This is one more advantage that we have of we can say map. Then there are certain disadvantages as well. Okay. So there are certain disadvantages that we will be discussing. The first disadvantage is statistic. It is the information that is given over here. Whatever information is given or presented in the form of map, that is statistic. Statistic means that cannot be changed. Once it is printed, it's printed. You can't make changes in that. Okay, once the map is created, can we make changes? No, it's not possible now. So this is one disadvantage of using maps. It cannot be changed. So we require up-to-date knowledge. We require some time to change the content. Many times it required now. So that is not possible with the maps. That what it was, it is done, that is done permanently. Then out of date. Nowadays we are using so much technology. For each thing we require smartphones, we require technology, we require computer, we require satellites. For that reason, if we are using maps on paper maps, that can be called as outdated. Okay. Then can be used only once, one pattern at a time. Means map can be used by one person at a time. Means one person only can use map at a time. This is the disadvantage of using map. Then difficult to store flat. Okay, sometimes it is difficult to keep or handle. Sometimes we have to fold it, and then we have to keep. Sometimes we are not able to hang it properly. So there are certain disadvantages of this. Then flat flags are large, then heavy and very expensive. Some of the maps can be expensive, it can be costly, and even it can have the weight. So that is one of the disadvantages of using maps. So now we are going to discuss about the types of maps. Okay. So there are certain types of maps that we are going to discuss now. The first type is political map. Political map. You must have seen this type of map many times. So in political map, what is there? Political map can have about countries. It expresses about the countries. For example, if you are showing map of you can see continent Asia. So in Asia, political map what can be shown? Different countries can be shown. Different continent can be shown. So political map can show information. It can give information about what? Different continent. It can give information about different countries. Then we have the states. Like if we are looking at the map of India, so you will find different states. Okay, so even states are included in political map of India. So border of states, even so there are if a country has different states, that state can be described with the help of political map. If any map is showing information about a state, its border, its capital city, like that, this information is known as or this type of maps are known as a political map of India. Then provenance, again some part of sometimes it is showing some part of that particular state. For Nanded, Aurangabad region, we can say. So this is what a provenance. Then cities also can be covered into political map of the country. So if the city map is there, so it is what? A political map. In political map, what is included? Countries are included, states are included, provinces are included, cities are included. These many things are included in a political map. So this is the first type of map. Different colors are shown. So like you can see in this map. So different colors are used. In each color is representing a state. Okay, this is indicating different, either it can indicate a country, it can indicate a state, it can indicate city, it can indicate a small area in a city. So on map we can find different colors. Here is one example of such type of map. Then second type of map is physical map. In physical map it shows about the land elevations and physical features. Land elevation is height of the land. There are different land forms, we can say, we have discussed in the previous part. There are different land forms. There are sometimes mountains, there are rivers, sometimes the plain area is there, sometimes we have deserts. So there are different type of land forms. Okay, and that land forms are shown with the help of physical map. With the help of physical map, they are shown with the physical maps. So physical map include different land forms. It include different land forms of the earth. It may include a mountain, it may include a plateau, it may include a plain area, it may include desert, it may include island. So many type of we can say land forms are there. And if we are using a map that is showing all these land forms, this is called physical map. This can be called as a physical map of India. Okay, so it can include like mountains, valley, desert, etc. Different colors show different land elevation. Also, this also is called as a topographical map. This physical map has one more name, that is topographical map. What is that? Topographical map. In topographical map, there are land forms. The heights of the different places are mentioned with the help of this type of maps. Then we have thematic map. What are thematic maps? Suppose if we want to make a map for particular purpose, they are purpose based. They are based on theme. Or it can be shows information about specific topic. Again, in that particular, we have to show. Suppose you want to show specific information only. For India, suppose we want to show weather in India, or if you want to show rain in India, rainfall areas in India. So thematic map can be used, where you can show the places where what type of rain is found, whether there is heavy rain area, whether it is low rain area, whether it is medium type of rain area. This all information can be covered with the help of thematic, we can say maps. In thematic map, it can be like about weather conditions can come, population, then religion. In particular country, there are religions. In particular country showing the religion of that country, it can come into the category of thematic map. Even the crops. Suppose in which state which crop is taken. So if you want to show this information or this map is known as a thematic map, where a particular theme is based. The map is based on particular aspect, it is based on particular theme. That's why it is called thematic map of that particular area. Okay, these are the three important types discussed till now. Now, next point is conventional signs and symbols. Conventional signs and symbols. So there is one word called conventional. So what is meant by conventional? That first I will explain. Conventional means that can be understood by everyone throughout the world, or it is coming from tradition to tradition, or it has came from generation to generation. For example, if you have looked this type of sign, this, what is this? A plus sign. So is this sign conventional? Can it be called as conventional? Yes, it can be understood in any part of the world. This is conventional sign. That is accepted by the whole world. That this is the plus sign. Wherever you will go, you will find this type of sign only for the plus. If you want to show an hospital, so that symbol or sign is conventional. Means conventional sign and symbol means what? They are used all over the world. Okay, if we are not using conventional signs and symbol, it can create problem for the people who are not aware with the language of that particular area. For example, if any foreigner come to India and he don't know the Indian language, so how he will understand where is what? Suppose you want to take right turn, left turn, or suppose you want to take a decision. So there are certain symbols and signs that can be helpful to him. For example, if the school is ahead, this sign you must have seen on the road. Then right turn, left turn, like this signs and symbol you must have seen on the roads also. So these are conventional signs and symbols. So in science, what comes? In science comes lines. Different lines are there. Border lines. You see, two states border, two countries border. That can be shown with the help of lines that are signs. If we are using different symbols, like symbols are what? Miniature drawing. Symbol is miniature drawing. It is small drawing. For example, if you want to show a bus on a particular map, so what we are doing? If we are drawing a small bus, exact small bus, that is can be called as a symbol. It can be called as a symbol. So difference between sign and symbol is that in signs what are they included? In sign there different dots are included. Like if you must have seen on the map of India or any country, so they must have observed capital cities. They are shown on the map. So these can be called as sign. Dots are there. Then we have different lines. Different lines are used. Lines can be called as a signs. Dot, sign, letters. Like a post office, for example, PO. PO or post office is a sign. And what is symbol? It is small drawing. It is a small drawing of a particular thing. For example, if you want to show a symbol of temple, so what will you do? You will draw a small temple. You will draw a small temple. That is what we call as a symbol. This is the difference between signs. Here are certain signs and symbols. Fort is given here, though it is not here. So next slide you can see it is more clearer. So here is peak, airport, capital of any state or any country can be shown this way. Town, if you want to show town. We were discussing about this from this much time. Right, height of a place changes area wise. There are places, if you go to north of India, you listen from its like how to be with the people, how to be a good ruler, or we get certain type of inspiration from them. If you look at the life of even Mahatma Gandhi, if you study history of Mahatma Gandhi, if you study history of we can say Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, a number of people are there. If their history we study, we get inspiration. We also want to become like them. We also want to behave like them. So it is kind of inspiration for us. It gives us inspiration. Then next one thing is alert. History makes us alert. For example, reason why should we study history? Then it also helps in decision making. So past experience if you have, so that will help us to take decision in future. So history is helpful in making decisions. So if you are confused, what to take decision or what decision should we not take? We should then that time history.
Planets.
So hope you must have enjoyed the video. At last, as those who have not submitted their worksheet, they have to complete their worksheet which were given before vacations. And those who have completed all the worksheet, they will be getting separate worksheet for solving. So keep solving and keep studying. In next part, there will be more interesting activity on the same lesson. So take care. Thank you. Those who have completed all the worksheets, they will be getting hard questions about worksheets. They have to complete those and they have to send on the given mail ID. So keep learning and take care. Thank you. Can be marked with one line. If we are using a line, to show the places